Record good. All right, thank you for that. Now, okay, now I'm going to share you my whiteboard. This one you cannot tell me you are not seeing it. Can you see it? Can you see this?
Yes, boss.
All right, thank you sir. Now what I was trying to say earlier is just trying to explain all the basics of trading, in which we have like 3 different trends, like the common ones you have to identify when you open your chart. The things you have to first of all get, the things you have to first of all see. Now, in the trend, when you open the chart, you have to identify the trend, the movement of the market, where the market is going to. If it is either what, an uptrend, or probably it's more like a downtrend, or it's a ranging market, which is yet to decide if it's going to go up or it's going to go down. Do you understand? So that is what trends mean. That is what you have to look out to when you open your chart. The first thing you have to understand. Do you understand? Now, getting to know all of this is the basics. You can't, even with the ideas that I have, you can't go into trading without understanding all of this. These are the basics. These are the things you need to know. When you open your chart, these are the things you need to look out for. So get your entry and your exit. Now, the first one, let me quickly talk about how to buy and how to sell. Now, when you're trying to buy in the market, there's a strategy we use. They call it a bounce strategy. Now, this is a very popular strategy for you guys. Now, bounce strategy just simply means what? Identifying your support, and identifying your resistance. And you wait for what? Market to what? Touch your support, your resistance, look for your sell. Market touches your support, look for your what? Buy. Touches your resistance, look for your sell. Touches your support, look for your buy. Simple as that. That is just your bounce strategy. Now, all the strategy works 100%. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you, okay, this strategy, they call it the kick and track strategy. They call it the jack and jack. You don't have to wait for people to give you names of strategy. Even understanding this easy strategy and you're mastering this easy strategy, you can go into the market and come out profitable without stressing yourself, without putting a lot of things on your head just because you want to make money. Now, every day of my life, every day I wake up, all I try to do is try to simplify my trade, try to simplify my chart. That's why I keep on studying. I keep on trying to, okay, I don't want to draw a curve. Why can't I just identify some zones that I'll be liking to take a position on? I can't just, why can't I identify them easily instead of trying to draw charts, use indicators, blah, blah, blah. That is why you see my chart is always clean, very, very clean. You don't see confusions. I call it confusions. I like simplicity. So now the first one is what? The bounce strategy, which is simply support and resistance, identifying your support and identifying your resistance. So I don't need to explain support and resistance to you guys anymore because I think we've talked a lot about it. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, boss.
Yes, you're right.
Now the second strategy is Sir God will, yeah. Let me check. Is Sir God will, yeah? Okay, and okay, he's here. Now the other strategy is the breakout strategy, which is structure, simple structure. Now that is simply structure. Now structure just easily means what? You see a ranging market. It can either be a ranging market or it can either be a trend, an uptrend or a downtrend. Now the first thing you do in a trade is just what I tell you this. when you open your chart, you have to know where the market is going to. You have to know where the market is going to. Now, most thing we do as traders that affects us is probably, okay, we see a market going up, we now buy here. Just because if we see the market going up, we buy here. And the market hasn't done what? A higher low. Now, I'll show you this again now for you to see. The market comes, creates a higher high, then go back, creates a higher low. You see the market go back up, breaks, then creates another higher high that is higher than this, higher high. Now, because you see this, you're now buying the market at this point. Okay, maybe the market will be going up. It should be an uptrend or something. Then the market come back, hit your stop loss, go back to create what? Another higher low. But you are out of the market already. Can you understand what I just did here? You're out of the market already. You say, okay, this is manipulation. The market is meant to be going up. But meanwhile, you didn't allow the market to complete. You didn't allow the market to complete its structure. It is a structure. Okay. Now, these are things we do while trading. We tend to forget this concept of higher highs and higher lows, lower highs and lower low. You shouldn't buy, people, the banks, people, you as retailers, we as retailers generally, we shouldn't be buying the market when it's high. Just because you see a market going up, you placed your buy. The market will go up. You didn't wait for a retest. You didn't wait for a higher low formation. You just buy, bam. Then when the market comes against you, you start getting scared. Then the market hits your stop loss. Then you feel, what just happened? The first thing first is you have to understand the concept. You have to understand, okay, what exactly is happening? Okay, what exactly does this market want to do? Okay, what trend is this market in? Yeah, sometimes you open your chart, there won't be opportunities for trade. You don't have to force it. There are times you wait for weeks. Before I took one trade, before I took trade, I didn't take trade for like 2 weeks straight up since I got here. Like 2 weeks straight up, I didn't take any trade. Why? Because the market was consolidating in a particular place. The market was consolidating in a particular place. And I was like, okay, this is not a right setup for me. If I go into this market, I might be risking a lot. Now, when the market was consolidating, you don't know if this place will hold or this place now, because White has tested it so many times. Now, there are some people that trade it. I don't. There's some people that trade all of this. I don't. What I look for is what? A breakout. Now, when I see something like this and I see consolidation in the market, I look for what? A breakout, either to the downside or to the upside. Now, when I see a breakout, that doesn't mean, okay, market broke out, boom, sell. No. You have to also wait. Now, that is what you have to know. Learn the secret of patience. When the market breaks out, bam, you don't just want to jump into the market and start selling. Sometimes market won't wait for you. Sometimes market won't wait for you. But there are sometimes market will always respect what? The breakout and retest method. Now, in this breakout and retest method, this is where you'll be waiting for yourself to enter the market. You don't have to. Okay, there's something I learned this week. I learned it from a mentor. It was like, lesser trade, lesser loss. You don't have to trade every day. You don't have to trade every day. If you see good people, if you see good traders, they just place trades like twice a week, once a week. That is what I'm working towards, that I'm trying to work towards achieving that state where I can just place one trade fully and I'll be comfortable with it a week. Now that one trade, I can get over 200, 300, 400 pips. I don't care. I just have to place those trades and get my profit that week. Now we have talked about two strategies now. We talked about what? The bounce strategy. Can you hear me? Please mute your speaker. Can you hear me? I'll talk about what? The breakout strategy. Now I'm going to dive in and I'll show you this strategy, this method, this strategy on the charts, like how you can easily identify them on the chart. Now, also, we are going to talk about identifying what higher lows and higher highs. Lokobi, please mute your speaker, please. I'm recording it, so don't worry, you watch it later. Mute your speaker. Okay, don't worry, I'll mute you from here. Good. Now, you understood what I just said, right? Do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, we get you.
All right, so I'll be showing you this on my screen now. I'll be showing you this on my screen. Okay, not this. I'm showing you this on my screen. Okay. All right, you can all see this chart, right? You can all see my chart. You can all see my chart.
Yes.
Good. All right. Now, the first strategy I told you about, okay, if you open your chart, now opening this chart, what do you see? Opening this chart, what do you see? What do you notice?
Uptrend movement.
Uptrend movement. Thank you for that. Now you notice that the market is going up. You can see the market is going what? Up. Do you understand? Now, in this kind of a movement, all you have to do is what? Wait for what? Wait for, okay, you're buying. Okay, just because the market is going up, just because you feel, okay, yes, this market is going up, you should know you have to buy what? You have to buy low. You shouldn't be buying high just because the market is going up. For example, what I'm saying is, now this market is what? On an uptrend. Now, just because it's on an uptrend, you shouldn't be buying here. If you are buying here, expecting the market to go up, what did the market do? The market what? Came down to what? To correct what? To make it what? Higher low. Are you getting me? The market what? Came down to make a higher low, then what? Went up. That is where you should be looking to enter the market. You shouldn't be buying at this side. If you're buying at this side, your stop loss might be, okay, let's say you're risking 20, 30 pips. 20, 30 pips is somewhere here. It would have hit your stop loss. You'll be crying that, oh, kilo shele buy. But now take a look at it. Okay, now the market went up again, created another higher high. Then what? Came back to create another what? Higher low. So if you're looking for another chance of re-entering the market, this is your spot. Now, I'll come again. Now, the first strategy we talk about is what? The bounce strategy. Let me see if I can make use of any chart here. Okay. Okay. Now, for example, let's use this zone. Now, when you open your market, maybe you open your market on a Sunday night, you want to trade, and you met the market somewhere here. You met the market somewhere here. Now you can see what the market is doing inside of this box. You can see what the market is doing inside of the box. Going in, touching the support, going back up, touching the resistance, touching the support, touching the resistance, touching the support, till it broke out. Now, just because this market broke out, if you buy here, just because the market broke out, you're wrong. Now, there are some things, when people do FOMO, you're scared of missing out. You're scared of missing out of this opportunity. That, what about if the market doesn't come back to retest? If you buy at the spot, yeah, okay, the market has broken out, bam, 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 you put your buy, you're wrong. Sometimes you might be lucky, the market might just keep going up and doesn't come down. But sometimes, mostly, the market always comes down to do a retest of this zone here. Is that it does a retest of the breakout or does a higher low for you to enter? Now, let's see what happened in this situation. Now, check it out. Market was consolidating. Boom. Now, Market was consolidating, broke out, boom. Now, when it broke out, it came back to what? To retest what? To form a new higher low. Yeah, this is your entry. This is your entry. Now, for small, now let me tell you something. People tend to, what kills us traders, what kills us newbies, because I'm still a newbie too, is we tend to always think of, okay, let me take higher profit. Let me take 500 pips. Let me take 200 pips. Why we haven't started from smaller pips to understand the concept of the market? Probably you see our mentor doing 1,000 pips. You also want to do 1,000 pips. Now, let me explain to you the concept of higher highs and higher low. Maybe it can help you take profit in your taking profit. Now, when you open your chart and you notice the market is in an uptrend, higher high, it creates a higher high, higher low. Now, if you want to enter the market, okay, let me give another example. Okay, wait, I'm coming, please. I'm coming. Let me take this off. Please mute your speaker. Now, if you open your chart and you notice the market is on an uptrend, creating higher highs. Now, check my higher highs. I hope you're checking how I'm drawing it. You're checking that this higher low, this other one didn't get where the higher low is. This higher high, this other one is bigger than the last one. That is how to identify what an uptrend market. Do you understand what I just did? Now, if you're in a downtrend market, you will notice that, the market is always going somehow like in a downtrend market, somehow like this. No, sorry, that's a mistake. I'm coming, I want to, okay. Now in a downtrend market, you have something like this. Then I'm taking this off. Then like this, then like this. Now, same thing here. You can notice that now in this downtrend market, this lower high is different from this lower high. Is different from this lower high. It won't be on the same spot. In a ranging market, you see something like this. It can be lower. That's a ranging market. But on an uptrend, if you're looking out for higher highs and higher low, it's the fast. You see there will be changes there. Now, if you're in an uptrend market and you want to buy and sell, you can use your higher highs and higher lows for your targets. For example, you don't have to do the extreme. Now, for example, you have a market like this. You have an uptrend market. Now, this one is greater than this one. Now, if you want to buy the market, it is not advisable to buy from this spot. You have to wait for the market to complete a new higher low. Then if you are buying here, you should know your take profit should be above this one. Then you should know you're expecting the market to go above this place. Instead of you just looking for 100 pips or 200 pips. Then when the market does a lot of pips, it comes back and you feel, what's work, but I hit stop loss in me. Please, you understand what I explained, or I'm just saying rubbish? Please let me know if you understood, or I should come again. Please, you can kindly.
Right on, Pastor.
Please, who else? Do you understand what I'm saying? Please.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir. Now, that is just the concept. That is basically every. All right. So you see, as this one just easy to mute. Now this I'm trying to teach you how to place trades, like how to trade. Now, the first thing you do, sir, now the first thing you do is when you open your chart, you start checking from I advise to check from your weekly time frame to know, okay, where the market is going. Once you check from your weekly time frame, you check from your daily. Don't just jump to the 2 minutes to the 1 hour. No, know what the market is doing from the higher time frame to the lower time frame for you to know, okay, this is what the market will do, for you to be able to predict that, okay, this is what the market is going to do. Now, for example, you just open your chart and start from 1 minute. You will miss out. Now, the markets might be buying on 1 hour, but on the daily, the markets might be trying to make a retest, and you're buying, trying to chase 2,000 pips, 1,000 pips. Then you discover that in the middle of the road, the market was rejected and sold back. Now, the first thing I do, me as a trader, when I open my chart, is what I look at. Okay, this is the weekly. What is the weekly saying? Now, in the weekly, market is currently as what? The resistance. Okay, this is a resistance. This is a support. This is a support. Now, let's make use of this support. Now, what is market doing here? Market is trying to what? Test. Market is testing this resistance at the moment. All right, then I'll be looking for what? How the market would react in this zone. Now, check out this highlighted zone. What would the market do in this zone? Now, this is the weekly time frame. Okay, this is what the market is trying to do. Now, what is the market doing? Now, if the market breaks out, where else will I be targeting? I'll be targeting this resistance. Then I'll be targeting resistance here. I'll be targeting another resistance there. Then what about if the market rejects? If the market rejects, now I'll go back to the history, what happened in the past. Now, check out this past here. When the market rejected at its past, the market went all the way down. So if the market should reject at this point again, I will be expecting the market to go all the way down. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Now, just having this insight, you know that, okay, if the market should reject at that point, this is over 2,000 pips, 2,300 pips if you are a weekly trader. Now, if the market rejects, okay, you know, okay, this market for this week, for this month is on a downtrend. Are you seeing what I'm trying to say? For this month, this market is going down. If the market rejects perfectly, and with the history of the past we have here, the market was what? Selling. When the market rejected it, it sold down. Now, if the market rejects here again, I'll be expecting the market to sell down. Then I'll know, okay, this month, okay, I'll be looking for what? Sales opportunity. Now, having breaking down that aspect, I go back to what? My daily. Okay, what is the daily telling me? Now, same thing. Now, check out the spot. Now, on the daily time frame, what do we have here? Now, check out what I said. When the market rejected here, it sold down. Now, if this market have the same reaction of this here, I'll be expecting to sell this market all the way down to the spot. Now, but what about if the market breaks out? Now, if the market breaks out, I'll know, okay, it breaks out, a retest at this point, then I'll be buying all the way to this place. Now, buying all the way to that place is over 500 pips. Over 500 pips, buying all the way to that place. Now, those are what I'll be looking for if I'm going to be taking this trade. Looking for what? A rejection for a sell, or a break above for a buy, a break above a retest for a buy. These are the things I look for. You don't have to, these are the things you can just, easily understand. These are things you can easily understand. Now, then I go back to my 4 hours. Okay, this is the 4 hours. What is happening on the 4 hours? Now, on the 4 hours, the zone, you can see, okay. Sorry, let me zoom out. Okay, I think this is the last. I can zoom out. Now, on the 4 hours, this is what we have. We have what? We have, okay, now take a look at this. Now, on the 4 hours, what do we have? We have an uptrend movement. You can see where the market is going. The market is going what? Up. Now, if you want to buy in this market, in an uptrend, what did I say? You say what? You wait, market buys, give you a higher high, then sells, give you a higher low. Now, if you're buying, you'll be buying in this spot here. And your take profit will be what? Above this spot. I said above this one. Now, see what the market you bought here, the market goes all the way up. Now, when the market goes all the way up, is above this one. Can you see that? Now, you shouldn't be buying again just because you want to buy. in this situation, okay, now, for example, okay, in the weekly, we saw that the market was going up all the way up. Now, because of that, we now bought and left the market and left our trade so it can be going up. Then the trade comes back again. What is the S is when you can just easily take your profit from this pot here and wait for the market to sell again, give you another. You can see this higher low is different from this higher low. You can see it's not on the same line. Now, when the market take your profit here, the market sells back down, take your buy again. Then the next target will be above this one, which the market did. Please, are you understanding this concept I'm just breaking down? If you understand, please kindly unmute your speaker and tell me yes.
Yes,
I do
sir.
understand. Yes, sir.
Yes.
You don't. Somebody said you didn't understand. Typical, do you understand?
Right, even me as well. I don't understand the information yet. I'm kind of.
You joined
I'm
late,
confused.
sir. You joined late, sir. We've done a lot before you came in. Evelyn, do you understand? All right. For the sake of Sir Ade, I would recap. Now, what we did is we tried to understand, we tried to break down the concepts of both higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Now, in the concept of higher highs and higher lows, we discovered that even if you have an uptrend, if you have an uptrend, identifying our either an uptrend or a downtrend. The first thing we do is we identify our higher highs and our higher lows. Now, in an uptrend, just because the market is going up, just because we know that okay, this market is on an uptrend, we shouldn't be buying at this spot. We shouldn't be buying at a high price. We should be selling at a high price, then buying at a lower price. That is the concept. So now, hey, the meeting will end in 10 minutes, Konzi. God, that's why I don't like this stuff. That's why I wanted us to use Skype. So Konzi, the meeting will end in 10 minutes. We'll create another one, then I'll send the link to everybody again. Please kindly join when you get the link. Now, I'll try to recap this. Now, trying to understand the higher highs, we discovered that on an uptrend, if you're using higher highs and higher low on an uptrend, if the market is going up to create a higher high, it will surely come down to create a higher low. Now, if the market, and now buyers, retailers should be buying the market at this spot, okay, to take it back up above this last resistance. Do you understand? To form our higher high again. Then the next thing is we should be waiting for market to return back, not to get to this place, because higher highs and higher, they don't come back to where they took off from. We should be waiting to buy it above this last spot. Are you getting what I'm just trying to explain to you? Sadi? Are you getting, do you understand what I'm trying to break down to you?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand, but at the same time, I don't know. My brain is kind of saturated at this point in time.
Okay, just calm down. Okay, just calm down. Okay, don't worry. You understand as I continue. Now, what I'm trying to say is, kindly mute your speaker, sir. Now, what I'm trying to say is simple. In an uptrend, when you open your chat, you understand. You try to identify the market trend. Try to know where the market is going to. Try to understand, okay, this is where the market is going to. This is the trend in which the market is on. Now, on an uptrend, we make use of what? On an uptrend, we make use of what? Higher highs and higher lows. On a downtrend, we make use of what? Lower highs and lower low. All you have to do is just identify them. Now, once you identify them, you can know how to enter your market. If you see a market going up, if you see a market on an uptrend, okay, you just see because okay, the market is on an uptrend, not because the market is on an uptrend, you're trying to buy like this. No, you can't buy like this just because you haven't waited for the market to form a higher low for you to enter. If a market is on an uptrend, you have to wait for each market to come back, form a higher low, then you take your buy. Market breaks, wait for it to what? Come back, form another higher low, then you take your buy. Market breaks, wait for it to come back, form another line, then you take your buy. Same thing with lower lows, lower high. The market is going on the downtrend. You wait for the market to what? To break, take your sell. Sorry, you wait for the market to form a lower high, you take your sell. Lower low, wait for the market to form a lower high, you take your sell. You don't sell when price is cheap. You sell when price is high. You buy when price is cheap. That's just the concept. Now we are trying to put it into reality now. And in this GBP USD has been doing the same thing now for months. GBP USD has been on an uptrend, and this is what it has been doing. You know, the market is buying at the moment, but you shouldn't be buying here just because the market is buying. Now, if you're buying here and the market immediately turns back against you to form an uptrend, you think, no, on Shemini, but no, you are at the wrong place at the wrong time. All you have to do is what? Wait for what? You wait for what? A higher low. Now, making use of your fib, I know Konzi will be able to draft out the higher lows very well. Like fib helps you identify all of the spots. Now, okay, for example, now you took your buy from here. Probably you thought here is your destiny. You took your buy. The market did a lot of pips. I think 4 hours. This is 155 pips. 4 hours. This is 155 pips and rejected. Okay, maybe the sellers push the market down from a new higher low. Now a new higher low, since you have identified the market as a what uptrend, you take your buy. Then boom, the market went straight up again to form what? Higher high, then higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now at this point, when market opens on Monday, probably should be expected to take what? A buy back up. That is how higher highs and higher lows work. Now, if you have a question on this, please kindly say so. When we open the next Zoom class, we'll go straight to business because I really want to teach you guys this new idea that I just got. Like it's working perfectly, and I really want you to know about it. So please kindly ask your questions before we go fully into details.
Okay, sorry. Hello, Matt.
Yeah, I'm with you.
How do you identify the low? As in, sometimes when you be like, you have a breakout or probably a resistance or something, and you are waiting for a retest. So how do you know the end of that low?
That is why I said if you're using fib perfectly gives you fib perfectly creates lows for you. Like they give you an entry zone. Maybe sometime Konzi can teach us Fibonacci. Yeah. But for me, please no. But basically for me, if I'm going to be identifying lows, I'll be making use of orders, and I'll teach you about that order when the time comes. Now, for example, this here is an order for me. This is an order for me here. Now the price didn't even get there before it's rejected, but this here is a perfect order for me. Do you understand? But probably I'll teach you when time comes. But this also here is an order for me. So I would have been looking for a buy at this junction. Now I'll teach you how to identify orders. I would have been looking for a buy at this junction right here. Now I would have been looking for a buy at this junction right here. If it is my stop loss, you can see probably I would have missed the because it might have left my trade or it's my stop loss a little bit, then just go up. I would have been waiting.
Are you with me?
I'm with you, sir.
Like at this point in time, this is the most important class for me, but I'm so up and running. I can't even understand what's going on in the class because I'm not stable.
Okay. So what do you want us to do? Will you join some other time or you just watch the video or something?
Like I'm watching and I'm not confident because there's a whole lot in my hand at this point in time. So I don't know what I can do to now. I'm so confused.
Okay, you're so confused, right? Okay, just calm down. Take a chill pill.
I couldn't drive back. How you drive back? Wait.
Okay, sir, if you can hear me, I've muted you. If you can hear me, just calm down. We are opening the new class now. This class will end in 2 minutes time. Please, Mustafa, if you can hear me, will you join the new class? Okay, I think Mustafa is out. Raphael, will you guys join the new class before I send the link to you guys so I can know if you guys will be interested?
Yeah, of course, I think interested.
You'll be interested, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, I'll be sending a new class to you guys. I'll be sending the link to you guys now. Thank you so much for your time. Konzi, please help me send the link.